Hi guys, I'm going to kick off the video series on our team by talking with someone who helped me start it all. He's not the first person who joined the company, but he's the one who really started to make things happen, especially in India. Hi Kunal.
Hi Shobh.
So I've come to talk with Kunal at his apartment complex on Sunday night because that's the only time I can get a hold of him. He's too busy traveling and working during the week.
Yep.
Kunal, let's get started. So Kunal, how's your weekend going so far?
Weekend's been fun. So it's been the usual work hard, party hard kind of weekend. I was at a house party last night which went till 3 a.m. And then today I was working on multiple production releases which are happening for a client. Besides that, right now I'm sacrificing my Game of Thrones finale and sitting in an interview with you.
Yeah, I feel bad about that.
Yep.
But I guess you can catch up on it later on.
I will.
So Kunal is one of our overachievers. He always has been, and that's another reason I wanted to kick this off with him, because for all of those young engineers out there, whether in India or in USA, if you want to know about someone who's been really successful and grown really fast, he's the one to emulate. So Kunal, tell me a bit about your background. Where are you from?
So I grew up in Firozpur, which is a small town in Punjab in northern India. I went to a Catholic school, and the demographics of the state is like 50% of the population is Hindus and 50% Sikhs. So it was very diverse culture, but the school was amazing. Then from there, I went to a boarding school in Delhi. I finished that. Was a great experience. Hostel life teaches you a lot. And then I was there for my undergrad bachelor's in engineering in Chandigarh, which is one of the most beautiful cities in Asia.
So which college did you do engineering
I went to Chitkara Institute of Engineering and Technology, which is like I think maybe 10-20 miles from Chandigarh.
So I'm from Chandigarh as well. I was born and brought up in Chandigarh. So that's a bit of a connection that we share.
Yep.
How did you like Chandigarh?
Chandigarh is amazing, like the great food, a very happening city until you happen to go to Mumbai or Delhi. But you get to enjoy the greenery around, and then
yeah, it's
Punjab
really green,
University.
right? I mean, that's one of the things with Chandigarh. It is the most modern city in India, and it continues to be that way.
Yep. So even like the per capita income is one of the highest in India. So that you see over there, like amazing stores, amazing food, restaurants, everything. It's amazing.
While you were in college, you were already running your own company, right?
Yes, I started my own company with a few of my friends. We were all in our 20s. Like I think we were 20 or 21 years old. We started the company. It was a nice success when we initially started, and then it just went downhill. We never made a loss, but it was a great learning experience.
In which year of engineering were you?
We started in the third year of engineering.
Okay.
Yep. So we started with an online game, which we put it out. A lot of people, I think we almost had 700 or 800 people playing it per day when we initially started. So it was a great experience.
And what was college life for you? Was it the company and work, or were you doing other things?
No,
as well?
I was like one of the naughtiest kids around, the backbenchers. But like I always knew I was going to focus on my career as well. So none of those things they came in the way of my career. So I was very actively involved with the cultural activities, be it marketing for different festivals or coordination of the festival. So
I think that's one thing that's special about Chandigarh. So I'm from Punjab Engineering College, and I spent as much time in cultural activities and organizing them as I did at studying as well. Now, academically, you always did pretty well, didn't you?
Right. Like I was one of the school toppers in the 10th board exams, and then the 12th standard was okay-ish. Like it was not bad, but it wasn't like an overachieving kind of thing. But again, the college was I was above average. Like I was a decent student, but again, I wasn't one of the studious types because I always knew I had to manage I had to balance my rest of the stuff as well. But one of the things which I was consistently great at was programming. So that I always knew this is my love. I'm going to be a good programmer. And I never doubted my capability in that.
So Kunal is the director of technology for us, and he's based out of New York. And you've been here for over 3 years now, haven't you? It feels like a year. Actually, it feels, I can't put a time to it. It feels like you just came yesterday.
Right.
So you've been here now, right? So, but let's talk about how that happened. How did you become the director of engineering of a technology company, right, in your mid-20s? How did you rise that quickly, right? Yep. So the way it started is when we hired him in. And When we started the company, we did a mass recruitment drive and we put out a lot of advertisements for hiring people. And Kunal is one of the people whom we are very lucky. He responded and he came down for the interview. So tell me a bit about that. What were you thinking when you saw the job ad and you came down for the interview?
That's a very interesting thought process went behind that. So that time the company wasn't even registered in India. So it was like a big leap of faith. In fact, I was asking one of my friends who works in the vicinity of the India office that...
Yeah, we didn't have an office either.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm in contact with this guy who wants to open an office over there. And is there a building which exists over there? Then he was like, yeah, that's a very nice complex. So I was like, okay, that's fine.
So, but that's what happens when you're starting a new company. So for those people who are trying to start an offshore center, when you're starting a company, people don't always trust it. The Indian culture is conservative. If they see an established name, they already see someone there, they trust that a lot more. So that was one of the challenges we overcame. So Kunal interviewed brilliantly. He answered all the technical questions. There's no problem. I just found one thing very interesting about his interview. He kept asking me about how many vacations we give. He asked me during the interview, then he called me up after that, and then a few days later when we were confirming his package once again, his main question was, how much vacation time do I get and how do I go on vacation? So he asked me so many times, I decided, this guy looks brilliant, but he might spend more time on vacation than in office. But I said, fine, let's take the leap of faith with Kunal as well. And what I can tell you is that he's, by his nature, always on top of things. I have not seen him get away from responsibility at all. Right? Yep. I think within 3 or 4 months, we had to do a major release of a platform.
Right.
And Kunal had to travel home and he was on top of it. He's working with me throughout the time.
Well, I was on top of my game during my wedding as well, so...
Yeah, that's right. Kunal got married recently and he found a way to stay in touch with all the work and stay on top of everything throughout his wedding.
Yep.
Right, so we hired Kunal in. He very naturally grew into taking a leadership role in our company. I told that to Kunal recently. I don't think I ever asked him to take up any responsibility. He just stepped up and took it up every single time on his own.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about your perspective on that.
Yeah, it has been one heck of a ride. I won't say it's been like a roller coaster, because with the roller coaster you're having a lot of twists, you're going down. So I think it's all been uphill. Uphill, like it's tough, but then when you reach the summit, it feels amazing.
I think what you've been saying more is rather than uphill, you've been flying.
Yeah, it's
quite literally, isn't that right?
Yep. So it's been amazing.
So he's been growing and he's helped us in every aspect, which again I'd like to share. He's helped us hire in the right people. So we'll talk with Shashwat soon, and Shashwat is someone whom Kunal helped bring into the company, and he's another very key person for us. He's helped us hire a lot more people, with interviews after that. I think another thing that's special is our connection with this college, Chitkara. Right. So we just did a recruitment drive yesterday with Chitkara Engineering College, which he coordinated and ran from here.
Yep. So Chitkara has been like the college has been very, very supportive. We've done 3 or 4 recruitment drives over there so far, and from my side, like it was great, like getting it back to your college for the recruitment drive. I personally went there for the first drive. After that, because I've been in US, so I've been taking the interviews remotely. But like seeing all these kids who come in and then they are coming through your college system, it's a great feeling.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. How does it feel to go back to your own college and hire people from there? And you start doing that within 3 years of leaving college, right?
Right, absolutely. So like when the first time when I went there, like I was around those same buildings where me and my friends, we used to hang out, do all the crazy stuff that you could as a college student. And then when you go back there, all the kids are looking up to you because you are the one who is leading the recruitment drive. So it's a great experience.
And he gets quite the star treatment from the recruitment office at his college as well, which is special for me. I love watching that. Right? He has to pick up the phone and make a call, and they help him out with anything.
Yes. That way the college is amazing.
Right. So he started with our company. He led several projects in India, and then our US office was established as well. And then Kunal and Shashwat are 2 of the people I wanted to get here right away. And then we got him here. And then from the last 3 years or 3 years plus, he's been here, and he's actually grown into leading a major client account for us, which is great because that's what helps me be able to go and do other things.
Yep.
So Kunal isn't working directly on the UNHIN because he's busy with several other commitments, but he's one of the senior advisors on it and definitely plays a key role behind the scenes. So Kunal, what are your thoughts on the UNHIN? How's this project feeling to you?
UNHN, I think it's one of the most important projects I've been connected to since I've become an engineer. There's a lot of growth potential, and like when you look out at the world, a lot of data of health for health of different people across the world. It's like so disorganized. So we are trying to bring everything into one place and building a beautiful system for that. It's going to transform people's lives and has a global impact because it's not restricted to say United States or India.
It's global.
Yep, it's global. And looking at the plight of the people, and like it feels very bad sometimes that like despite all the tech advancements, and right now we are discussing machine learning and AI, and still the people are having a difficult time accessing
the problem
their data.
with healthcare is it's not that the algorithms are not there, the data is not present.
Right.
When you start to realize that, that's when you realize, okay, we can do AI, we can do machine learning, but we need the foundation first.
Exactly.
Right? And creating an internet for health, creating a global patient-centric internet for health information is quite an exciting project.
Exactly. Like for one of my motivations for becoming a computer science engineer was like I wanted to put my talent into transforming people's lives, and this is like right there. Like it doesn't get bigger than this.
That's right. And Kunal has played a very important role in starting up this project. He's from Firozpur, like you mentioned. It's a small town on the border of India and Pakistan.
Yeah.
It's a remote area, right? So when we started the UNHI, and we said it's not enough just to build the network, we need to implement hospital information systems. We need to help people digitize their systems so that they can get on the network.
Right.
And we started with Firozpur. Right, so and Kunal helped us set all of that.
Yeah, one of the things about like whenever I used to tell about that I'm from Firozpur, and a lot of people, they didn't know where the city is. Like everyone has heard of Amritsar, Jalandhar. So my introductory sentence used to be like, this is the birthplace of Bhagat Singh. And now I think at some point it would be great if in the same context I can also mention this was the birthplace of UNHIN implementation.
That's quite a thought.
Right.
And how does it feel, Kunal? How the people to whom we've given the first HIS platforms that we built for entire hospitals, they are known to you. They know you personally.
Yep. They are
right?
They're childhood friends of my father, and they're like very renowned doctors in that region.
So how does it feel to give back to them?
I feel very proud of that. Like my work is directly helping their hospitals, and it's amazing because a lot of patients who come over there, they're all from rural parts of Punjab, and those people, they have never seen this kind of tech before, and it's literally transforming their lives over there.
So we did, and there's a separate video for that. We did 2 full hospitals in Firozpur, India, digitized them end to end. And those are the people that Kunal's talking about.
Yep.
So we had quite a few, quite a I would say quarter, right, or quite a fantastic 3-4 months, because we put these hospital systems together. Our team traveled there multiple times, and then Kunal got married during that period as well, right? So he was back in Firozpur. So when I went to attend his wedding, we were at his wedding celebrating, and then we were talking with the doctors and getting the system set up as well.
Yep.
So that was quite an experience.
Yes, exactly. Like wedding was quite an experience.
Yeah. So and by the way, Kunal was the most excited person at his wedding, right? So for his wife, I just want to put a little shout out, right? So I've never seen anyone get so excited about getting married, right? So that says something.
Yep, I was literally like a lot of my relatives and friends, they were telling me like they've never seen a guy dance like this while sitting on the horse. Like in the introduction, the groom is sitting on the horse and goes to the venue of the wedding.
Right.
And I was like holding my sword, dancing like crazy over there. It was insane. And then at the end of the day, it's a Punjabi wedding.
So how does it feel like to be married?
It's not yet hit me so far. So I'm still waiting to see like if it goes good, bad, worse. But it's been amazing so far.
But I'm sure it's going to be amazing. There's not going to be any bad or worse.
I hope so.
So it's all going to be good.
Yeah.
Right. So and that's another thing which I wanted to share. So Kunal is an overachiever. He's been working day in and day out. Right. So people worry about. Or not worry about, people think about how will life evolve as you go along and you progress in life at a personal level.
Yep.
Right. So I think that's going to be another opportunity for you to mentor people and show by example.
Yep. Yeah. So one of the things, like, so I had been dating Kritika for like 2.5 years before we got married, and like it's very important to choose the right partner for yourselves who can understand the kind of ambition you have and the kind of work that you want to do. So I was very clear with her, like I want to transform people's lives with my talent, and she was very supportive. So I've been having a like no problem at all while balancing my work life or work. I still work pretty hard. Like I easily work 60 hours a week or maybe even more. So
I think
I've
60 is very conservative.
yeah, I just wanted
Right,
to make a conservative
yeah.
announcement
I-
because
I-
Kritika is going to be watching this
I
video
know.
as well.
I don't want to put a number to it, but the main thing is you're on top of your work,
Right.
and that's something which, I mean, I've got a wife, I've got 2 children, I spend a lot of time with my kids as well. But you have to find a way, if you're passionate, you're doing something special, you find a way to stay on top of that and manage your family along with that.
Yeah,
right?
and as we started with the conversation as well, I was telling you I was at a party last night. So
Yes.
if I was at a party at 3 a.m., that did not make me sick or not make me work for the next 3 days. I was working right from Sunday morning. So that's the balance that you need to seek if you want to work hard and then you want to transform the world as well.
Right. All right, Kunal. So that was an interesting conversation,
Yep.
just like I expected. I hope all of you found it interesting to talk with Kunal. He's like I said, he's one of our young guns, and he's one of the reasons we are able to do a lot of the work we are doing. So I hope that was interesting for all of you.
Yeah.